Imagine finding out that Papa Dios that your dad taught you to pray to or your grandmother taught you to pray to when you were a kid, that when you grow up, you stop believing in them because life gets so hard. Life kicks you in the nuts so much that you're like, nah, bro, I've seen so many people hurt. I've hurt so much that God can't be real. But come to find out when you trust in him, that, bro, he resolves problems. He heals your sickness. He saves your marriage. He brings back your kids that you abandoned for a year, right, and turned your back on. And now there's love in your family again. And you find out, bro, that God that I was running away from was running right behind me. And as soon as I turned around, I didn't have to run back 100 yards to find him. He was right there saying, welcome home.
Damn, bro, you making me cry.
Bro, and I found out that it was real, bro.
That's real shit, man.
Right? And my grandmother, as she died of cancer, told me, yo, all that stuff that you're looking for in the music, all that stuff that you're looking for in with that other girl, right? All that stuff that you left your family for, all that stuff that you're smoking blunts for, and that you're drinking that alcohol for, and you're running these clubs for,
it's a better way.
Is not going to lead you. You'll never be satisfied. Give the God that I taught you to pray to a chance and watch him turn everything around.
God has called me for a bigger purpose, bro, and it's not to fall into the tricks, because I already did, and I already had many chances to continue that path. Like, I was around it all. And the time that I met your dad, I was around it, bro. I was around the bad people. I was around the wrong influences. I was around, like, that I never fit in, and I was always questioning why. My whole life in social media has been numbers, likes, views, but never people. I didn't get that.
I looked for answers in everything, from every religion there was, every psychedelic there was. Oh, let me open up my mind with LSD and mushrooms and find the answers inside. And all I found were a lot more questions that are unanswerable, right? And the one thing that when everything hit the ground, bro, when everything burnt up in smoke, the one thing that I could rely on was that God was still there saying, boy, you ready to give me a chance?
What TikTok and live streaming did for me is not only did it expose me to a community that, like, is invested in me, and it also, like, but it woke me up to realize, like, my potential. I didn't realize it till people told me, till people showed me, till people were like, you're worth this. Like, I got to quit 9 to 5 to go live, bro. Like, I didn't even quit. My job fired me, bro.
There's nothing else I'd rather do with my time, so, like, that's why my time is so valuable. So I'm here at this hospital, and I'm like, yo, I've been making beats for a minute. Like, I want to lock in. Like, I want to change my life for my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be the last time I do some shit like this, because, God forbid, I go to another route. You know what I'm saying? And then, like lo and behold, I'm here now on the Heir Cast.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do. If you need some fire, I can see you off the June.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Another week, another pod. You already know what it is. You already know where you at. Official Heir on YouTube. Go subscribe to the Patreon if you're not already.
The House of Heir.
Well, he said the House of Heir. Yeah. Shout out to the House of Dragons. And that's what we got today, because there's a lot of content creators, a lot of dragons when it comes to creating fire content in the building. And we're going to start with a godfather in this Miami hip-hop scene right now, because this guy's behind so much going on. And there's a lot of people in this game right now that wouldn't be doing what they're doing if it's not for my dog Rudy, bro, a.k.a. 8ch2owins in the building.
Yo, I put away my name tag for a reason, bro. Don't use my government.
Oh, well, we're going to edit that.
Yo, representing the House of Kendall, baby. Bam.
Representing the House of Kendall, all the way from the lands of Kendall, the Alps.
The K-Town of the Alps, baby. Bam. We up there in the West Kendall Alps.
For real. Long voyage. Huh?
Yeah, man. Damn, bro. I had to take one of those, what is it, the mountain freaking little... The sky train's coming down and stuff.
You have to come down from the Alps.
Straight up, dog.
So H, here on the Heir Cast, we start with the important questions, because the Air Force, the world, everybody, the Dirty Five, everybody wants to know, where does the H2O name come from exactly? By water.
The H2O name came from the Boogie Monsters, a freaking fantastic 1995 underground group. They were responsible for joints like Strange, But I Like It. Haha, we kicked the madness. And the recognized thresholds of negative stress. And on Strange, Vex the Vortex says, well, I'm beyond critical mass. Feel the lyrical blast. Vex the Vortex, man from the past. Living in the present, but walking looking in the future. H2O is the flow as I dilute ya. And I would keep on repeating that in my head over and over again. At that time, I was a young MC, maybe freaking 13, and I went by Quad 1.
Quad 1?
Quad 1, because I was I started rhyming in the church, and I represented the Trinity and me in one. So that's the quad, right? The Trinity and me all in one. Quad 1. And my friends were like, that shit's whack as hell, dog. Don't call yourself Quad 1. I'm like, yo, Quad 1, write that with a Q, yo. It's freaking super dope. And but the Q was hard to freaking graph up and stuff. So listening to Boogie Monsters, that H2O always stuck. And then I found out that there was another MC in Atlanta called H2O from Y'all So Stupid, and at the same time, Common Sense had to drop the sense off of his name because a ska band used Common Sense. So I'm there like, I'm gonna drop. I'm instead of calling myself H2O with the letter H and the 2O, I'm gonna do it with the number 8 because H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, and wow, H2O
connection.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. That was a much more elaborate answer than I was expecting. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Boogie Monsters fire, man. Another great Christian hip hop group. So fantastic, man. Wow.
That's dope. Christian hip hop. Do you have any other recommendations for
bro? If you guys are listening to want to catch up on some good Christian hip hop, LPG, Living Proof of Grace, Tunnel Rats. Right now, Javi Day just dropped a fantastic album this weekend called Desblocado 2 with this brother called Daffy El Audio or something, Daffy La Audio or something like that. Fire, bro. Fire Christian hip hop. I mean, for Easter, happy Easter, man. I'm rocking my Jesus shirt, man. I'm praising
the day before Easter.
Yeah, man. I'm praising my risen Lord, man. Yo, what a story, man. God dying for man and raising again, bro. I mean, yo, it don't get no better than that, brother. And that has changed my life upside down, bro. It has brought my family back together. I've seriously experienced firsthand a family being dead and being risen back from the dead, man. And anybody out there who needs that in their life, who needs healing in their life, who needs some healing in their mind, healing in their family, healing in their personal lives, man, holla at your boy H, man, and we'll talk. Well,
drop his socials right here.
There you go.
And what would be some advice you'd give to somebody H that is maybe not comfortable with religion, not comfortable with church, maybe has their negative connotations about that kind of thing, but is lost in life, is going through it, and is feeling the pressures and anxieties that I think everybody experiences, whether we admit it or not. I'm blessed to have God from an early age in my life, and that really helps me a lot. In my darkest times, there's nothing that helps me get through the day and know that there's another day tomorrow than God, and that helps a lot. So what would be some advice you'd give to somebody out there who maybe isn't as spiritually connected or as close to God or has as strong as a relationship?
Just the fact that, first of all, what I believe in isn't a religion, right? I don't believe, man-made religion, anything that man gets their hands in gets corrupted, right? And what God intended wasn't a religion ever. It was to have a relationship with his creation.
I love that.
The fact that God would die for his creation, right? I mean, any God in any mythology says, oye, yo soy el que mando aquí, you guys worship me or I obliterate you all. Freaking tsunamis, freaking hailstorms and stuff, and we all deserve that. Bro, how many of you look at your neighbor in the car and say, bro, I hate people, dog. Bro, people suck. Bro, you see the news all the time.
We have those moments.
Yo, you see your neighbors all the time. And you're like, people suck. And guess what? Look in the mirror, and you're the number one person, right? You're usually your worst enemy, right? And God has every reason to say, you know what? I'm gonna start all over, and I'm gonna treat dogs should be running this freaking show, bro, right? Because dogs are the most loyal thing in the world, and but instead, us humans, we run it, and he gives us enough intelligence to help each other out and also to destroy each other, right? Everything that man puts their hands to, bro, we turn to destruction. And instead of God destroying us, he makes a way for us to have a relationship with us. And I could tell you, bro, I looked for answers in everything, from every religion there was, every psychedelic there was. Oh, let me open up my mind with LSD and mushrooms and find the answers inside. And all I found were a lot more questions that are unanswerable, right? And the one thing that when everything hit the ground, bro, when everything burnt up in smoke, the one thing that I could rely on was that God was still there saying, boy, you ready to give me a chance? And when I said, God, I need help, he was right there. And I said, but I don't understand it all. He's like, you don't have to understand it all.
Not supposed to.
Because I do. I made everything. Just trust me. It's not for you to understand everything. You will never have all the answers. But if we know the one who does, right, then we could get through every day, right? When you were a kid and your dad was showing you how to fix a car, you're like, but Dad, I don't understand how the Germans made freaking rack and pinion steering. He's like, you don't have to know that. This is where the oil goes, bro. This is how you change the tire. You're going to be good. Don't worry. And when you need help, you call me up.
It's not rocket science.
That's it. You call me up and I'll go help you fix your car. Right. And that's what God does for us, man. And daily we get to know him more. And the more I get to know him, the more that I know nothing. And I'm in good hands because I'm in the hands of the one who knows it all and that knows tomorrow, right? And that defeated death, man. That's what Easter's about. Bro, what a freaking story, bro.
I could admit that right now openly. I didn't understand what Easter was. I was having a conversation earlier this week, and I just, I love with ChatGPT, my dog. And I was just curious. I was like, what exactly are we celebrating on Easter? And I figured out Friday is when he gets...
When Jesus gets crucified?
I was going to say gets murked. God forgive me. But,
but he seriously
gets murked. Yeah,
he gets betrayed. He gets murked. And the biggest thing is, bro, let's take it hood fellas, bro. Let's take a Goodfellas scenario, right? Let's make this a Martin Scorsese movie. He doesn't get murked, right? He takes the rap for us, right? He gets snitched on by his own people, but he doesn't say, yo, I've been on these streets.
Blackmailed, even worse, because snitching on is you did the wrong thing. They just told on you. Mm-hmm. Blackmailed is you didn't really do anything wrong and you just took the blame for it.
And he stood there.
That's not blackmail. Wait, what am I thinking? Frame. I'm thinking
he gets framed for all of our crimes, right? And the judge at the time, right, which is the Roman judge that runs everything, Pontius Pilate, all the religious leaders that are supposed to know about Jesus, because Jesus is supposed to be the Son of God in this one religion, Judaism, and the ones that are supposed to know about him the most are accusing him, right, of all of these things. And the leader of Rome is there like, aren't you going to defend yourself? And he's staying quiet. Deja que hablen todo lo que quieran. Because at the end, the only way that our crimes could be paid for, somebody had to pay for our crimes. And if God was going to be just and make us pay for our crimes, then we'd all be living the rest of eternity apart from him. And God, our creator, loves us so much that he doesn't want to spend eternity apart from us, right? So he comes down in the form of Jesus and he says, I'll pay the price for you, right? He sent his only begotten son, right? For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son so that whoever will believe in him, not whoever will behave good, not whoever will go to church every Sunday, not whoever will cut their hair nice and not look like freaking Tarzan boy here and stuff, right? But whoever would believe in him would not perish but have eternal life. And then Jesus comes and ones up and says, not only will I give you eternal life, but I will give you life in abundance. So much life that you won't be able to contain it inside yourself. So much life that you'll start giving life to others, right? We know of something that sucks in this world called cancer that spreads through all of our cells and kills our whole body. And we call people that are bad in the communities cancers in the community because that spreads, right? Well, Jesus is the reverse cancer.
An anti-cancer.
He is, bro. And that's why when you say, bro, why are people turned off by religion, right? Bro, how much stuff is there out in the internet and in hip-hop that'll teach you against love?
That's what I was going to say. It's love. That's the opposite of cancer, because cancer is stress, anxiety, hate. Like, that's what leads to cancer. Like, you could say it's lung cancer from smoking. You could say it's, stomach cancer from drinking, whatever the fuck it is. But the truth is, the stresses you deal with in life and the anxieties that, not having healthy ways to deal with those stresses is what leads to cancer.
My pops died of cancer. They took out 2 brain tumors from him, and he survived that. And then it metastasized and became lung cancer and kidney cancer. Y se lo comió vivo, right? And at the end, I had to tell my pops, Dad, that's all the hate and the anger that you haven't been able to resolve in your life. It's got to turn into something, right? And it takes the form of something that kills us physically, bro, where the opposite of that is love, forgiveness, hope. And that's something, why is that not taught anywhere, bro? Why is that not pushed anywhere? There's mad stuff that's pushed out there to everybody. Yo, go for your own. yo, hustle, grind hard for yourself, get everything you can, right? And forget your partners while you're doing it. Forget your family while you're doing it. Forget your wife while you're doing it. Break as many hearts as you can, because at the end, you live alone and you die alone. And that is self-destruction. We're headed for self-destruction. And bro, and there is an enemy of our soul that is happy as hell for all of us to be subscribing to that. And we don't hate that. We don't question that. We don't say, why are we all subscribing to this notion of killing ourselves
so easily,
right? But somebody comes and says, yo, Jesus loves. No, dog, ain't about that religion stuff, dog. That's what killed thousands of people during the Inquisition and the Crusades and stuff. And religion killed all the Incas and the Mayans and stuff. Deja eso, dog. That was man once again using good things that God intended to hurt, because once man gets their hands on it, we hurt ourselves with
weaponize it. And
exactly, yeah. Bro. And that's man following what the hater of our souls is doing. But, bro, the fact is that even through all that, God still says, yo, here's the truth. And if you want to know the truth, anybody out there that's seeking truth, you'll find it. That's why you're listening to this podcast right now, right? That's why you're hearing this right now, because you've been wondering, yo, what's really behind everything, man? And God has a message for everybody today, bro. Right, I tell everybody that I talk to today, man. I found out at the end of last year when my grandmother passed away that Santa Claus is real. Right, bro. Imagine you remember the flicks when the parents wouldn't believe in Santa Claus anymore, but the kids see Santa Claus, they're like, you're really real. Right?
Okay, yeah, that happens, and that's a trope in a lot of
in a bunch of Christmas movies and stuff, and they try to tell their parents, no, but Santa's really real. It's like, yeah, sure, right? But imagine finding out that Papa Dios that your dad taught you to pray to, or your grandmother taught you to pray to when you were a kid, that when you grow up, you stop believing in him because life gets so hard, life kicks you in the nuts so much that you're like, nah, bro, I've seen so many people hurt. I've hurt so much that God can't be real. But come to find out, when you trust in him, that, bro, he resolves problems. He heals your sickness. He saves your marriage. He brings back your kids that you abandoned for a year, right, and turned your back on. And now there's love in your family again. And you find out, bro, that God that I was running away from was running right behind me. And as soon as I turned around, I didn't have to run back 100 yards to find him. He was right there saying, welcome home.
Damn, bro, you're making me cry.
Bro, and I found out that it was real, bro.
That's real shit, man.
Right? And my grandmother, as she died of cancer, told me, yo, all that stuff that you're looking for in the music, all that stuff that you're looking for in with that other girl, right? All that stuff that you left your family for, all that stuff that you're smoking blunts for, and that you're drinking that alcohol for, and you're running these clubs for,
it's a better way.
Is not going to lead you. You'll never be satisfied. Give the God that I taught you to pray to a chance, and watch him turn everything around. And as she passed away, and my grandmother died of cancer in August of last year, and went out like a soldier, dog. She said, I don't want morphine. I don't want any drugs. I want to go out. And the cancer ravaged her, bro. At the hospice, they told me, if you see her start going short of breath, don't give her CPR. I said, you're going to have to kill me to not give this woman CPR. They said, no. She could very well throw up in your mouth pieces of her liver. The cancer is eating her liver up, and it's dissolving it inside of her, right? And we're here just to make her comfortable as she transitions, right? And I had to sit there watching her diaper. When they would come to change her diapers or to clean her, that she would wake up out of her sedative. She would wake up screaming in pain and crying like a little baby. And this was the strongest woman I ever seen in my life, crying like a little baby. And all I could do, bro, was open up her Spanish Bible and read scripture to her, so that she could go in peace to the Lord that she believed in, and that gave her strength all her life, dog. right? And as I sat there reading the words of God to her and singing songs that I learned at the church where she took me to as a kid, God freaking gave me peace, man. And God brought back my ex-wife to me, and God brought back my kids to me, right? And I went through that whole week with I couldn't smoke at the hospice, but I had a vial of resin there that my friends said, like, yo, just take a little dab of the resin and stuff. And I'm there like, nah, how am I gonna be all freaking sideways while my grandmother's dying and the freaking nurses need my help to change her and stuff? So no, I was there straight-minded, and for a week I was sober. For the first week in freaking 30 years, I was sober, right? To see her going through that. And sometimes we just need to sober up so that we stop running away from the things that we're numbing ourselves to find out that God can freaking release us from that, bro, right?
Wow.
And heal us from that. And I went through that week, and the week that my grandmother died after that, God rest his soul, my best friend, North Star, Georgie, right? He called me up and he said, like, yo, H, I know you're going through a hard one. Come through the crib, I got you. And I went to his crib, and North Star said, here's an ounce of weed on the house. Ain't the devil like that, bro? You go a week sober, bro. You when you're looking for weed to buy it, you can't find it. The plug isn't there. The plug is freaking, and you're going through missions. And now you're a week sober, and the devil knows that you're freaking running to the arms of God. And he says, here's a free ounce on the house. Get hooked again. And I had to say, nah, not again, right? And then when I wanted to smoke again, I had $50 on me. I was between jobs. I had $50 on me, and it was my daughter's birthday. And I said, it's between buying a half-o or giving my daughter something for her birthday. I said, nah, not again, right? And then after that, I found a 25 in my backpack, right? Ain't the devil like that, bro? Wow. Throwing weed at you, trying to get you back into it. And that's when I noticed that, bro, he's working overtime to try to freaking lock me up. Meanwhile, God's there like, yo, let me get you out of this.
What perspective, though, man, to see
bro,
it like
and it's they say it's when you clear your mind and when you put your trust in God, they fills you with this Holy Spirit and you start seeing with spiritual eyes, bro. And I could tell you, bro, it's been since last August, man. I've been walking with the Lord. I've been weed free now I'm going on a year. I've been cigarette free for over a year. I still drink a beer every now and then when we throw the shows, man. I'm still doing shows every twice a month and stuff. And but now I'm doing it with a new intent, meaning, a new purpose.
Yeah, new
man.
Meaning, new purpose, new intention.
I mean, like before North passed, bro.
R.I.P. North.
Rest in peace, North, man. We were at CHP Day, man, freaking for Crazy Hood. And we threw this huge party with Crazy Hood, 700 people out at Lincoln's Beard. And afterwards, me, North, and Beatbox were talking on the phone, driving home. And North said, yo, H, I didn't drink a beer today. I'm there like, bro, we were out there, we didn't smoke a blunt today. He's like, yo, H, this girl came up to me, offering me some booch, and I told her to go talk to your wife, and your wife prayed for her in the bathroom. He's like, yo, H, we're doing something different out here, bro. Yeah. We could be the promoters out here that throw parties where people go to just to have fun and they could be sick. Do you notice that nobody has fights at our jams?
Facts.
Nobody freaking has any animosity. People come out and they tell us all the time, yo, it's different at your jams, bro. It's a sense of family. It's a sense of community. And I don't do that. I'm the biggest herb ever, bro. But if you lead with good energy, you attract good energy, bro. And that's why the people that I work with, bro, and the people that I attract in my jams are good energy, bro. The cats that are coming on the show right now after me and stuff, Luke and Dosia, great brothers that roll with great energy, man. And the people that I surround myself with are great energy because that's what God starts bringing your way when you put him first, man. The Bible says, man, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness, and all these things will be added on to you, bro. Anything that you want to handle in life, he's like, stop trying to handle it yourself. Seek first my kingdom, right? And I'm going to take care of it and put it all in the right place for you. And all I did, bro, was take him at his word. Once again, Pops, how do I change a tire? That's how I do it? All right, bam, bam. And you follow that, and you see stuff starts working. And bro, all I can say is for the last year, everything with 4K Pro and WVCC radio has multiplied, bro. We went from from throwing small shows to throwing big shows to be involved with CHP and CHP Day, to be involved with the KRS-One concert. Now we're involved with the Onyx concert coming, and all this. Heron's working with the guy who's out here saying, I'm your humble host representing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And people, they're like, bro, how do you have the balls to say that out? And they're like, there ain't nothing else that means anything to me, bro.
The intention, it's not. Yeah.
Bro, there ain't nothing else, bro. I've been in this hip hop scene now since 1995, bro. Since I was 18, I've been out here, bro, and I've done it all. I've released songs. I've freaking traveled with it. I toured, and I can tell everybody out there, bro, do it. I love seeing everybody doing their stuff out here now. But I could tell everybody, it is all. Everybody's like, go get that bag, and I'm here to tell y'all that bag is empty, dog. That bag is empty. You're gonna get that bag, and you're gonna look inside and be like, damn it, I did all that for an empty bag. But there is life in abundance.
That's the real bag. The
Bro.
real bag is spirituality.
Bro.
It's health. It's being wealthy in friendship and relationships.
Yes,
and,
man.
and being able to wake up and walk your dogs, go out and play with your kids. That's the real wealth. Being able to go out on a date with your, with your family, with your loved ones. You feel me? Being able to go out on those movie nights, and even if it's just spending the time at home, that's the true wealth, and that's the true bag that we all need to attain. What comes after that is the cherry on top and icing on the cake,
Yeah,
and maybe
man.
or so. That's all cosmetic. That's the shoes you're wearing. That's bullshit. Like that comes and goes. But the true wealth is
Bro, what it is man, I'm telling y'all, there's a foundation, man. Fix that foundation, right? Build your life on the rock, and from then all good things will be added to you. And it doesn't mean I haven't stopped rapping, bro. I'm about to drop 4 albums this year, right? You're gonna hear a spiritual twist on what I'm saying.
Amazing.
But I really feel in today's era of coke rap, right? Of just pride rap and stuff.
that druggy rap. It's the
Yeah,
druggy
man,
rap.
there needs to be something counter, right? That tells people, yo, there's something, there's a lover of your soul, and there's a way you could be successful without becoming a victim of this society, of this system, bro, and killing people in this system. So that's what I'm pushing now, man.
Thank you for sharing that. That was incredible. One of my favorite, monologues in the Heir Cast.
Yo, my bad for the freaking rant in there, man.
No, you don't
it's
have to
the first time
apologize.
you've had me on the show.
My brother,
just me and you. And
that's my goal. That's what I want from you. That's the fact that I asked one simple question of giving somebody out there advice to get closer to God in some way, just to help the audience. The fact that I got that from a question that's anybody listening, any future guest, that's what I like. That's what I want. That's amazing. That's literally one of my favorite moments of all time. That's
bro, and let me let you know, bro. Aside from everything, I respect you as a podcaster, as an interviewer. Yo, I watch all your episodes and what you've been able to do with this show and your take on questions and everything, bro. It is fantastic, bro. I am proud whenever I send somebody your way, and to see you covering our local scene and the entertainment coming out of South Florida is fantastic, because the spin you put on it, man, is fantastic, man. Kudos to you, brother, because you have a bright future in entertainment and in journalism, brother. I love everything that you've been doing, brother.
I appreciate you, my brother. And you were mentioning earlier with God, I just feel like the music we make, the podcast we create, the truth is you get what you put into it.
Word.
You half-ass your shit, it's gonna probably get half-ass results. You might get lucky, you might get some virality, but the truth is, at the end of the day, you are what you do, and how you do everything in life is who you are and
Thanks.
how you are. And I didn't want to start a podcast and do it half-assed. And I, as an artist myself, I love somebody to interview me with that depth or that care, and just be locked into the conversation. Because nowadays in the world of TikTok, where everything's so micro, everything's microtransaction, everybody, social media ruined social interactions in real life. It's so ironic how that works. People don't know how to be in a room anymore and have a conversation. It's all so transactional. So I'm so blessed that this is not just an opportunity to put people on, but to let people know not just about their music, but the person. There's so many artists I listen to that I like who they are as people.
That's the only way nowadays, because you could stream anybody's music,
Facts.
but the way that you get to like an artist now is by knowing, yo, who's behind that.
Buying into the brand.
Yeah,
It's-
man.
You gotta buy. You gotta operate as a business altogether, and it's not just your music. It's the way you carry yourself. It's the way you write on posts. It's the people you associate with, almost, you know. And like, oh yeah, it's the type of comedy. It's everything, man. And I'm glad that I'm giving everybody a chance to really express themselves. But I want to ask you, H. For the producer battle, was the countdown necessary at the end of every beat?
I liked it to, in my mind, the way it always worked in my mind was that the crowd would start 10, 9, but the crowd's lazy, man. You got to walk the crowd through and freaking yell at them.
Maybe they would need like a visual.
Bro, that's what we got to do next
a
time.
digital clock, then it'll make it funner. And if you prompt them, guys, when it gets to 10, everybody starts saying,
You know what's the hardest thing? That I thought it would always work. But then I found out that with different tempo beats, the 10, 9, 8 doesn't work the same. So there'd be times I'd be like 10,
9,
7, 6. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, this shit ain't
you got
freaking
some people
landing.
spinning. They're like, yo.
Yeah, bro. But man, the producer battle, honestly, aside from those hiccups and the link that it ran, it was more than we could expect, man. It was fantastic. We've ran already 3 producer battles, one for the KRS-One show, one for the Crazy Hood Day, for the premiere show for Crazy Hood Day, and before that we had the Soul Flow Sound Clash, right, which was just putting 6 producers head to head going at it, not doing it tournament style, but just them sound clashing with their beats, and really it's shown me the love and market that there is for people to appreciate production out here, man. And all of those shows have been packed. People vibe out to it, even if it's not somebody rapping and performing on stage. People just like being there with good music, man, and vibing to it, and it's been more than I expected, brother.
That's a dope. Do you see a world where you're doing maybe like an all-star event, like where you get all the winners from all the events?
So right now we got an event coming up on April 26th. I don't know if this is gonna be out by then, probably not. But I just one of my what we do at 4K Pro and WVCC, the last Saturday of every month, we hold a show called Indie Ground, where we represent the best in independent music throughout South Florida, whether it be independent hip hop, independent soul, R&B. Sometimes we have some eclectic freaking bands in there.
This is more of a showcase. This is aside from the competition.
Yeah, we like putting 5 artists up there and stuff to keep it a night of good performances. And usually when I throw those indie grounds, I throw it with another promoter throwing another party in the back. So this month coming up, we Black Snow in the building, brother. Bam. We lost one of our promoters, and I had to scramble and find something to fill the gap real quick. So I just said, let's host a beat battle, because I have to throw 4 beat battles before the next Crazy Hood battle to get our top producers that are going to be in the next Crazy Hood battle. So I put out the bat signal on one day, and in the next 2 or 3 days, I had 8 producers lined up. 8 producers that a lot of people out there might be surprised that are producing and stuff, right? I got D.U. Ivan battling as a producer.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Bomb. I got Caveman Bless battling as... How you doing, big brother? God bless you, my
Black
brother.
Snow in the building.
Black Snow's an ill producer. I got to get up on there, man.
Tell him to answer my call.
Yo, but... I'm glad you're here, brother. We got some really dope producers, and for the KRS-One battle, right? Most of those producers know. I was trying to promote it, and they're like, "Who are these guys on the flyer?" Right? Why isn't DJ Proof up there? Why isn't Tev 95 up there? Why isn't so and so up there? And what people don't know is that there's a lot of producers out here right now that are making music, that are making waves, that are just behind the scenes, man. And what I'm tapping into now is just the same way that we've been putting a spotlight on the underground artists out here, right? Bro, it's time to also put a light on the underground and independent and behind the scenes producers that are providing the sound for a lot of these MCs, and it's been getting us a lot of movement, man.
It's the time of the producer more than ever now. You have producers that are damn near more household names than artists nowadays,
right?
You know, like
right, with your Alchemist, with your, bro, who's this guy that produces for?
You got Metro, you got Mustard, you got all these people that kids probably know more of their songs than actual artists that they work with. So,
The dude who produces West Side Gun and Derringer. No, but what is it? Conductor. Right? I don't even know who Conductor is. It just that sounds so fresh when it's Conductor, right? And just cats that have made a name for themselves, right? Apollo Browns and stuff, and the fact that we have, bro, I'll tell you, man. After seeing this past week that Money Mowgli, Gianparo and Excess Video with the cartoon video that Belief did.
Yeah.
Bro, I was there like, bro, nobody's touching Miami right now, man. Nobody is. I see videos that other people are putting out in other states. Salute to Belief, man. Belief has freaking
he's going crazy,
off, bro.
He's on a run right now. He's on a run. Yeah.
The music that we're putting out here, Shadi, freaking Choco, bro. These kids from the freaking Gator Pit just released this album called Unstoppable. Freaking salute to Johnny Sequoia and freaking Ricky Rivers and stuff. Bro, just super dope hip hop coming out of here, man. Yeah. Luke Taleno, another freaking Taleno, bro. I'm gonna mess up Luke's name until I'm in the grave, bro. Luke Taleno's coming out with freaking mad good music. Everybody coming out of here is a problem, and the producers that are behind them, right, need their shine too, man. And what I'm seeing is that more than anything, when I put these producers on, they fill the room. The people that they bring out to not hear them rap, but to just hear their music, fills a room where I book 5-6 artists and I have a half-filled room and stuff because they're like, oh, nobody supports me as a rapper and stuff. But these cats will get people to come out there to listen to them play 5 or 7 beats, right? And once again, that's just a nod to hustle your brand, make sure people are interested in what you have to show, and it'll show fruit, bro. So
and that's a testament to good producing. Good producer's gonna have different types of crowds to bring in because you're making different types of beats. To that same argument we were saying where the artist might be like, damn, I'm not bringing as many people because there might be a world where that artist is only catering to one type of crowd niche, and one type of fan base and one type of person, and even if it's just the people who support you, so you're not giving the people who fuck with house, the people who go to space a chance. That producer might have a couple artists on his house stuff, a couple artists on the boom bap, that's a good advice for artists and producers. When
Dosia comes up here, ask him about a dude called Silencio that was at that last battle.
Wow.
My man was coming up there, and I had some of the producers that were like, yo, none of these guys are bringing like boom bap beats and stuff. We had a boom bap round, right? But we also had a trap round, and then we had the trap West Coast.
Yeah,
and
that
stuff,
was a mix,
right?
Yeah.
And then we had
the
a radio friendly, and then a remix, and then a beat flip and stuff. But this guy Silencio was freaking flipping stuff like Don Omar, right? Freaking into boom bap, or freaking he flipped he flipped. On the remix, he remixed Panic at the Disco. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of the beginning of it.
No, with some reggaeton?
Bro, with some reggaeton.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Crazy, bro.
Hey, I gotta get it to
and to see all that, and the people were freaking going crazy and stuff.
That's genius.
And bro, the one before that, this guy that we brought down from Orlando, his name was King. Oh, bro, I hate the fact that I don't remember people's name. Yeah, we'll drop it afterwards and stuff. But bro, that cat had a mix of trap with like EDM, right? Freaking techno and stuff, and he was bouncing all over the stage with his freaking blonde hair and stuff. And it's just, it was a vibe, bro. Everybody was freaking dancing in the crowd, and it's something that's missing in today's South Florida hip hop scene. Community and, bro, make the people dance.
Yeah.
Make the people, if you got girls dancing in the crowd, you got a party.
But it's a natural human instinct to dance. Yes, you get enough people in a room together, in a crowd together, eventually music starts playing. Eventually a song will start playing that they could dance to. Eventually. Like
that's the whole thing.
All about community.
But when it's a hip hop show and everybody got to be hard and just stand there.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Right now, man.
Most egotistic.
Bro, when we were growing up, your dad will attest to it, right? When we were growing up in the 80s and 90s, the hardest motherfuckers were out there, gang members. But when some Luke came on and stuff, we were in the crowd and Bomb. We were freaking, bro, and we were dancing, and we were freaking grinding up on people.
Speak for yourself.
Behind
Behind the turntable.
Go to a clip of my dad breaking it down.
But you know, you had a step crew with you for you
Yeah,
and stuff.
I did have
I had a step
My
crew.
dad taught them how to step.
There you go. But yeah, man, if the people ain't moving, it ain't a party, man. And a lot of people stopped going out to hip hop shows out here because they were tired of going out to Sausage Fest with
no
just
bitches. Say
yeah,
it. Say
bro.
the truth.
Sausage
No
Fest
bitches.
with just people just standing around looking hard and me mugging each other.
Shooting the fade.
Yeah, man,
Fade
fuck.
fest.
So
have you seen the show, Rudy?
that is a huge gallon of water, B.
Shout out to H2O. H2O. We do shoot your shot segment every episode. You've had some great names with these, like the Premiere, KRS. You got the event with Onyx coming up. Who's a dream industry guest you'd like to shoot your shot at right now to do an event? Maybe invite them.
I just want to invite everybody here if this comes out before it. If you could show a clip of this, May 10th, we got Recognized and 7 Star opening up for Decca. If you haven't heard of Decca, look them up. DECA. Crazy dope producer, lyricist, visual artist from Denver. He lives in New York now, and we're bringing him down to the Catalyst. I pride myself, man, in bringing the artists that nobody else will bring out here. The underground artists that aren't known, that when people saw him, I brought out Homeboy Sandman. It was the first show that we threw as 4K Pro with me, North, and at that time Lex Shorty. And I remember Salazar Tabaquero leaving the show saying, "Yo, H, I saw that dude's name on the flyer, Homeboy Salmon. I was there like, ¿Quién coño este tipo?" Right? Freaking that you got Shadi opening for. He should be opening for Shadi, right? But then I saw him rock.
Great Salazar impression,
Yeah,
by
you
the way.
like that shit? But he's like, but bro, after seeing him, dog, that guy is a freaking god on the mic. Yo, H, you bring out good people out here. And that's what I pride myself in, man. I dig, I listen to real hip hop from all over, and I want to introduce Miami to cats that they're not going to hear anywhere else. And I want to be that guy who brings a show that you're there like, yo, you remember that freaking Decca show that H brought? That was some freaking lyricism. That was some performance.
You brought XP out here? XP the Marksman?
XP the Marksman. I was the first one that brought him out here. Yeah.
I learned of XP through you.
And thank you
Shout
guys
out XP, my dog.
Thank you guys for freaking doing the interview and stuff. You guys were ready to go for that, but we brought XP out here. We've brought man, who haven't we brought out here? Blueprint.
Who's somebody you'd like to bring out?
That I'd like to bring out this year. I'm working on right now bringing out Brother Ali and Gorilla Nems.
Okay, and anybody else outside of that you haven't maybe made a connection yet with?
Made a connection? What? Like
this could be us making the
right
connection.
now, a dream.
I'm gonna tag them on the
dream
clip.
connection. I want to bring Coast Contra to Miami, bro.
That's great.
Bomb.
That's
I
dope.
would love to bring Coast Contra to Miami.
Coast Contra, if you're listening, and we know you are, you got to make it happen. H2O.
I think we could definitely make that happen. Freaking Mayday has the Raskaz connection, right? Freaking. Yeah, that's right. The Raskaz's twins are 2/4 of Coast Contra. Fantastic young group, man, and I think they would freaking kill
Official
out here.
heirs, that's dope.
Yes, sir, man.
And then, so of course this is like an artist profile special episode of the Heir Cast. We have 2 winners that earned their spot here on the Heir Cast today.
Straight up earned them, man. We're taking these brothers all around to tell their stories on all the podcasts that'll have them, man. And bro, I couldn't be prouder of these cats. They both have great backstories. I mean, you're gonna get a little taste of it now and stuff, but definitely do your homework on these guys. They earned every bit of it. The producer was, when you're setting, I don't know if you've ever set up a battle thing, but this guy was literally the guy who I had, this guy's going to get eliminated in the first round. I'm going to put him up there as Putty Patrol to one of the good guys to lose. And he freaking ate him up and went through freaking everybody else. And when he won, I was...
The dark horse in the
bro,
tournament.
I remember I came up to him, they're like, bro, I can't believe you just won this shit, bro. And I whispered it into his ear, and he's like, yo. And he was so humbled and amazing, bro. His energy every time that I've worked with him has been so fantastic, man. Producer Dosia, and then I freaking booked Luke Taleno for the battle. I told him straight up, I'm like, I want you to kill this guy for me, bro. I'm hiring you as a freaking hired gun. Taleno, oh, bro, I don't know why.
He mixes it up because he's talented and it's
yeah, dog, bro. No, but that's what I should say, talento, dog.
Talento, I see what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
He's
but
talento.
is that I'm dyslexic, bro. I'm
That's
sorry.
his wrestler name if he becomes a WWE wrestler.
But yo, I straight up hollered at Luke. I'm there like, yo, I want you to take this, man, and just so you know, I had nothing. There was no voting done. There was no judges. It was all by the crowd. We had a crowd meter right? So it was done officially, and he went up there and did his thing, man. And honestly, that battle was like, it was exactly what we wanted. It was like an 8-mile battle where they went at each other's throats, and my brother freaking stepped up to the plate, man, and chewed this guy's neck off, bro. And yeah, bro, it's fire, man. So I'm gonna stop talking, man.
No, we're good. You'll be back at the end to wrap it up, but we're gonna bring Dosia on now so y'all can learn a little bit more about what happened.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, thank you, my nigga. It's incredible.
Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff.
How you gonna start the episode making me cry?
Oh, good stuff, bro.
I'm glad y'all cried too because I think I was fucking a crybaby ass nigga. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep it up and we wrap it up, man. We'll do the second half. Did you stop? Am I doing the whole thing or we're good?
No, that's why.
My dog.
My dog. Good to see you, my brother.
Congrats. Yeah, I want to pop the headphones on.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we still got a podcast to do here.
That was some real talk right there.
Yeah, that was an incredible introduction. I did not think I was gonna get all that from H, but that's how life and God works, man. This, you get what you put in, dog. And like he said, he's been long overdue. I can't thank him enough for even tuning in to more than one episode, let alone one. So, thank you, H, for real.
Yes, bro.
You're
for some reason they always freaking bring my.
Yeah, you're one of the most shouted out people of all time in Heir Cast history. But today we got Dosia, somebody I've worked with personally, somebody who's been killing the game, and somebody you just heard a lot of right now who really battled his way through so the gauntlet of tremendo producers. So there's a recap video he has on YouTube. Y'all can check it out right now to get a visual of that. Super dope video. I got to watch it too in preparation for this. But D, before we get into that, I gotta ask, where does the name Dosia come from? Just so we could get that out of the way too. I don't know if you've answered it yet.
So that's a good question. I really didn't have. It's funny, bro. My first producer name was gonna be Hydro. Right, so that was.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's a connection for guys that people aren't in science. Hydrogen is part of the chemicals that you need, part of the elements you need to make H2O,
which is really dope. So, whatever. I'm kicking it with my boy Javi, GFX Kid. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shout out to Koala, right?
Koala Mafia, man. Hell yeah! Shout out to my boy. And basically, he was like trying to come up with a clothing brand idea, and he's like, "Yo, I think I want to call my clothing brand Dosia, this and that." And I was like, I don't know, bro. I smoke a lot of weed, and you feel me? Like, the way I could use that name, I think it'll be dope as a producer. You know what I'm saying? So, because obviously Dosia means marijuana, right? But how I spell it is Dosia, which means don't oversleep in America. You feel me? Because, you could be under the influence or whatever you need, right? Like, I use it as medicine. You know what I'm saying? But you can't sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a family, right? I got a newborn baby recently. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats.
So, it was amazing because, long story short, like, I ended up here in this producer battle because I hit up my dad and I was like, yo, there's a battle coming up and it's like a KRS-One thing. And I seen it and I think it looks dope. He's like, you think you can win? And I was like, shit, I think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been making beats for a minute now. And he's like, well, then try it then. And I was like, all right. And then, you know what I'm saying? I entered the battle, paid my little fee. It was awesome. And I just can't believe it, bro. I'm still here, bro. I'm here with you guys, bro. It's a blessing. I love your podcast.
Shout out Pops, bro. I heard Pops was in the crowd supporting you too, right?
Hell yeah, bro. He was really turning up. Like, you probably hear him in the video too, in the recap.
He might have been the one that was shouting a lot of the times.
There was a lot of people showing love, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
I didn't expect to have so many people pop out.
Yeah, man. And
so it was dope.
And to my understanding, you were battling. You had your own personal battles while you were getting ready for the battle.
Yes, that is factual. So,
do you want to get into that?
I would love to, absolutely, because that it's crazy. Like I said, it's all a blessing, right? So, newborn baby. I'm in the hospital the 31st, right before New Year's, and I'm like, all right, cool, we're here. You know what I'm saying? I've been here before. I have 2 kids, super healthy, beautiful. God bless them. And so we're in the hospital. That's the alarm. Hey, yo, that's my alarm because my daughter, she feeds every 3 hours to maintain her.
Good father alert right there.
You know what I'm saying? So I have that. I never turn that off. So my daughter has this rare condition called CACT that we only found out a day or 2 after she was born, which, to be honest, if we wouldn't have found out, she probably wouldn't be here right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's CACT?
So CACT is a genetic mutation that happens when 2 people, right, a man and a woman, have a baby, and we have like certain genes, you know what I'm saying, that can create this. It's basically a fat. You use fat for energy, and she can't convert regular fat to energy. So she couldn't have breast milk. She couldn't have the best things for her, right? So we find this out because my daughter has an episode where she's like basically on the brink of death, right? I go to get medicine for my other kid. I'm chilling. My girl's like, hey, I need you to come to the hospital. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my way. She's like, no, I need you right here, right now. And I was like, all right. Kind of scaring me. It was good. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up and it's crazy, bro. It's like a movie, bro. It's like, they're like code pink. Fucking doors lock. Alarms are blaring. And I'm freaking out, but I'm trying to just be cool. Like, calm and collect, you know what I'm saying? For my lady and for myself, right? Because it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been here before, but I've never been through this. Long story short, we find out she has CACT. But there's 3 levels to it, bro, and it's crazy if you look it up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, we looked it up on Google, and my whole family was tripping. Like, I'm tripping right now. Like, it's crazy. But basically, the first level is like sudden death almost, right? The second level is you have to like 3 months to live, and then the last level is like you can have a normal life expectancy. You know what I'm saying? My bad, yo. It's crazy.
You're good, man.
It's crazy because like. It's still traumatic, and I never understood that, right? Because, like, I had 2 beautiful, healthy kids, right? Life is perfectly normal. And it's still normal. It's still good. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a thing, right? And we're handling it, and we're doing our best, and we're doing great, and she's healthy. But long story short, like, this normal life expectancy is coming from the sacrifice that we put in as parents. You know what I'm saying? And, like, my girl's a soldier, bro. And, like, there's nothing else I'd rather do with my time. So, like, that's why my time is so valuable. So I'm here at this hospital, and I'm like, yo, I've been making beats for a minute. Like, I want to lock in. Like, I want to change my life for my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be the last time I do some shit like this because, God forbid, I go to another route. You know what I'm saying? And then, like lo and behold, I'm here now on the Heir Cast with, like, dope people receiving a beautiful message. And I'm on verges of tears again because, like, I never thought that this could happen, right? Like, to a normal person living a normal life. Shout out to the NICU nurses and all those people that they really need to be the ones that we're, like, awarding and rewarding and putting on TV because...
Heroes, for real.
Oh, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was in an elevator with a little girl that had cancer, bro. And she's walking around with, a, you know what I'm saying, bags and shit, and a nurse. And I'm just on my way to see my daughter. Like, my son just wants me to play Fortnite. I just want to make beats. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it really put life into perspective. And that's why, again, I'm grateful to be here to share that message as well with the people because God is real. And, like, I'm a living testament. And, like, I have family that super believes and I have family that doesn't. So I just hope that they see this. And I hope you understand that, like, there's shit that's out of our control. And you just got to have faith, bro. And shit will, like... Life gets good. Like H said, like, there's life in abundance. You just have to believe and, like, provide and be of service and of value to your community for real. And that's what I'm here to do as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's a long answer of, like...
It's a great answer, man. It's
yeah,
a perfect answer. And like I mentioned earlier, we're just vessels. Our music, our art, that's just a vessel, and we're just vessels. At the end of the day, God is using us. I'm blessed to have, you know, art as a creative outlet to express myself, but now after doing it for so long, I find myself questioning, what do I want to say with this? What do I want to say with this episode? What do I want to say with this conversation? And that's because I want to affect the world in a positive way.
Absolutely.
And that's, yeah, man, I'm a cry. I used to laugh at my dad for crying for movies. I used to be like, Dad, you cry for commercials. And now I've turned into my dad. I cry for everything. I've cried like 4 times on this pod already. You know, it's you know, it's life's. There's nothing wrong with crying, but passion. There's something happened. There's a dorky connotation now with being passionate and caring. Nah, homie, like, those are the rawest people. Bill Gates is a nerd. He's one of the most powerful people in the world. Like, the people that succeed in their fields gotta be nerdy. You gotta be a little dorky, and who cares what the world thinks? If it's something you like, to the point that you cry about it, to the point that you want others to hear it, homie, that, like, there's something outside of you that's touching your heart to think that way, dog. And it's like, God's powerful, man, and we take it for granted a lot. We take our gifts for granted, whether it's our health, whether it's our art, whether it's our gift. So I'm really grateful when people get to put out a message with that behind it, because there's somebody out there right now who has no interest in anything, who's probably trying to give up on life, on work, whatever the case is. All they need to hear is a clip of this on wherever it may be, but maybe a piece of the episode, maybe the full episode, whatever it is.
Word.
All it takes is a moment, man. So I really thank you for your vulnerability, because that's real as hell.
Hell yeah.
Did you do any specific, like, technical preparation on the production side? Like, did you see, like, beat producer battles before that? Like, this
yeah, bro.
Was this your first battle?
Was this my first battle ever?
Wow.
Ever. Yeah, bro. First battle ever. I did a lot of preparation as much as I could. Right, I'm in and out of the hospital. I'm on FMLA. Like, you know, I have a job. I work for I don't want to put it out there.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. You know
good
what I'm
benefits.
saying? Yeah, good facts. Yeah, and long story short, I had to find a way to make time for this thing that I'm super passionate about, right? And I didn't want to put, because you know the saying, like, hustle for your last name, right? I didn't want to go out there and do something that I couldn't be proud of, right? And the funniest thing too, like my 7-year-old who had just turned 8, she was like, "Papi, you better win." And I was like, oh, no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. And so, bro, I'm preparing because and how and by referencing. I highly recommend that to any artist, any producer. Like, if you are a fan of somebody's work, use it to your advantage. Reference. You know what I'm saying? So
can you elaborate for that for somebody who might not know what you mean? What do you mean?
So this is what I mean.
Give me an example of what you mean.
I'll give you a perfect example. Super crystal clear. What I do, exactly what I do. I use Ableton. If you don't know Ableton, I highly recommend you get on that program because that changed my life, right? So in Ableton, I can download a song from YouTube, right? Whether it's a Griselda song or any kind of song, DJ Premier, for example, right? And I can click and drag that and put it into my program.
Right.
Because of my experience, I'm able to look at the waveforms and listen to the beat and the music and line it up with my grid, right? Where I'm able to recreate the structure of that beat on my own. Now we have tools where you can use stem splitting and this and that, which is super convenient. But I still like to do a little bit of the work because, like, it just makes it more custom, and then you can flip it up. You know what I'm saying? Switch it. And
More control.
More control, absolutely.
You can tailor make it.
And more better quality. So what I use the reference for is for the arrangement of the beat, what type of drums they're using, so I could get like somewhere in the same ballpark. And then I also like to match the quality of the music. So I feel like that's something that really stood out in my production, like just from what I hear and from what other people told me too.
What are you listening for when you're comparing qualities? Are you like comparing like how many instruments are being used? How many sounds?
That's a great question. So what I'm looking for when I am referencing records is obviously, again, the arrangement of the drums. Like, okay, the kick comes in here, the snare comes in here, they take it out here. Okay, cool. Once I have that, now I need to find how loud the kick is, how loud the snare is, how loud the hi-hats are. Volumes.
Okay.
Music is in a level of loudness, right? You only have so much loudness that you can use before you're messing up the speaker.
Hurting the audience.
Piercing your ears, right? I've been making beats now since like, poof. That's another alarm for my baby. Since
Make sure it's the double check. Did you feed?
That's what it is.
That's right. You hit snooze.
That's what it was. Hold on. Let me stop it. All right, so basically,
there's only so much ear.
There's
the
only so much
has.
level that you have, right? So basically my target is to get at a certain level while being able to give the listener the experience of all the instruments I want you to hear without bothering you, right? I want you to feel good. I want you to be able to dance. I want you to vibe. You got to let me know if it's too slow, if it's too fast. Like, I feel like my job is to bring the artist's vision to life, but it's also to like relieve people of their everyday stress, bro. Like, I thought about people being at this event, at this location, which I've been to before, that I love going there. I love, you know what I'm saying, the vibes. And Lincoln's Beer, shout out Lincoln's Beer.
Shout out Lincoln.
You know
not the place, not the president.
Yeah. But basically, like, I knew that people were going to be in, like, a club environment. They're going to be drinking or eating a burger with their family or with their friends. They're just trying to get away from everyday life. So, like, how can I give them a vibe or an experience, you know?
Dope.
So all of that is considered into this beat competition. That's why I wouldn't just enter one without preparation, right? Because, like, you could do that, but I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I get down. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And so with rap battling, I feel like other people do this too, but like there's a difference. Like you don't want to go in a battle and be so lyrical. It's also about delivery and working the crowd, because that's a big thing about who wins, the crowd. Did that go into beat selection, like how you made the beats? Like
100%, and that's like an amazing question, because you know, literally, I remember taking my little JBL speaker. I have amazing expensive equipment at home because I invest in my gear. But I took a little JBL speaker to my mom's house, right? And my brother is there. We're just chilling in the living room, right? And I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna enter this beat competition. Let me know what you think of these beats. And you know, my mom is the one that put me onto Kanye West, right? Onto College Dropout Kanye.
Wow.
Right? My mom was like, oh, you should listen to this. And
shout
she
out
also,
to Mom.
Yeah,
that's incredible, bro.
And she put me on a Tribe Called Quest too.
Wow.
I swear to God, bro. My parents are like, So cool.
Well,
We'll talk
I
about
need
it.
your mom on the
Yeah,
podcast.
no, I need her on the podcast. Mama.
Mama Dosia, please.
Yeah, part 2 with my
Tune in.
mom and my dad.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Or my whole family will be a good episode. But long story short, we
House of Dosia.
House of Dosia, bro. Dosia's Dojo.
Oh, that's fire.
Thank you,
That's
dog.
fire.
There's a freaking future TV producer, dog.
Oh, hi.
We're gonna have a whole network. It's gonna be the urban network. Imagine Films. That always says imagine.
Imagínate.
Exactly.
Fucking So yeah, so I take the JBL to my mom's house and she's like, that beat is kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So like, what kind of beat do you hear? She's like, oh, something maybe like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah.
So let me see how I can incorporate that, right? Because I'm gonna take my mom's idea. Why not? I'm gonna see what's
Hell
good.
yeah. Yes.
And bro, when I played that beat, bro, that shit went crazy. Like, and I just remember looking at my mom and my dad, and I was just like, bro, you remember this shit? Like, I wouldn't have made this beat if it wasn't for you guys. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you know,
Like,
you know.
yeah, and it was just insane. Like, everybody was laughing. It was fun. It was such an awesome experience. I got so into it, bro. I was like cringing when I saw it again.
That's a good. That's amazing though. That collaborative effort helped you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, that's why I say like it takes time for me to do these things because I want to make sure I'm putting every drop of love that I have into it. Because again, I'm doing it for my grandparents that had to come in a boat from Cuba to get here to put me here. So now I have a family and I'm putting on for them. So I'm not gonna let that shit go to waste. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah, bro.
And did the battle spawn any any jobs with rappers, with artists? Did you get any gigs from that already, or work with any other producers? Have you done any collabs?
Absolutely. I actually even collabed with a producer that was in the battle with me while we were cooking
Which
up for
one?
the battle. Saint Sicko.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Shout out to Sicko. So he's a real one, bro. So like he wasn't even in it yet, but he was tentative. But he was like, bro, send me what you got, bro, and I'll send you some shit, and you can use my shit. You don't gotta tell nobody. And like, thank you, Sicko. But I didn't do that. But I was just like, yo, that was like the energy and the spark that I needed to just go crazier. Like, I was trying to kill him. I was trying to kill my boy Matic. Matic, Matic.
Shout
right?
out Matic.
That's my dog, yeah. So he also makes beats and he's also really nice, bro. Like, he's good as fuck. And he was sending me some shit and I'll be like, damn, we should collab on this shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so I've got a lot of opportunities from it already, this being one of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, literally recently I just really tuned in on your podcast and, bro, every episode is hilarious.
Thank you, bro.
And it's fucking awesome. Like, and it's informative and it's great.
Yeah, dog. Just try to find the balance
Just a
between
normal
learning and
human
laughing.
being, you know what I'm saying? And like
Facts.
keeping the job going, but also just being a human, bro. That's really dope. I
That's-
give you your flowers for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what life's all about, dog.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all we could do. And one of my favorite analogies with sports is I learned early, like you're who you are outside of practice. You could be the best in practice, but the best guys that are succeeding and excelling are doing more outside of what the team's doing in practice. And I feel like that's like you hear so many people with music and art specifically. Oh, I don't got time. I got kids. I got a job. I got a life. It's like yeah, but so does everybody else. So literally does everybody else.
High
That's
key.
the whole point. You
That
feel
is
me?
the whole
That's
point.
the difference between Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson, and it's like that's the difference between a lot of people. Like you gotta just put in those hours and put in that time, and it's like Tom Brady didn't eat a strawberry till he was in his 40s. You feel me? Like
That's a different kind of sacrifice and hustle. right there.
crazy, dog.
crazy.
Like, yeah, it's yeah, dog. It's
Specific diet, like
You don't
just
eat a strawberry till you're 40, you get 4 freaking or 6 rings and stuff.
Well, that's more. I feel like it's just more of a testament to his preparation.
And-
He's
yeah,
not gonna risk falling in love with strawberries and then having to eat strawberry shakes. And I think strawberries, like bananas, they're like man-made fruit, damn near to the point that they're not even real. And it's like you don't need it. You know why? Why? Like I had this conversation with Derek G, episode 31. He never has done drugs in his life. And he's almost 40 or whatever his age is, and it's like, why even get that guy to try drugs? That guy had the opportunity to smoke with Snoop Dogg. He said, I said no, and Snoop Dogg's one of my idols. I to this day, I wish I still did it, but for what? His whole life, he's never tried it and developed that crutch of, but I'm about to work, but no. Even people get scared of developing the crutch to create art. You know what's even scarier? Creating the crutch to need it every single day. I've had a long day. Let me smoke a blunt. I've had a long day. Let me have a drink. Because then
now you really got a crutch. Now you're really limping out here. Like,
and it's not just every time you go to the studio or you want to write a song. It's every
it's on the
single
way home
day.
from work. It's on the way to work.
Think
It's
about that.
during
A
the
lot of
lunch
people
break.
get worried about developing the crutch creatively, which is a scary thing, and that's 100% true. Like You feel me? Like, I'll work on lyrics high, but when I'm writing something, I'll like have the blunt rolled on, and I'm not gonna hit it until I get to my verse done, until I get my chorus done, until I get so many bars done. Then after, maybe we'll go back to like earn it. You feel me? It's a different headspace. So people get worried about that crutch, which is true, but the real crutch is, yo, how are we dealing with these anxieties and these stresses? Full circle moment to what me and H were talking about earlier. How are we dealing with these pressures in life? Yeah, there's vices, but that eventually leads to cancers, all kinds of cancers and stresses and strange relationships, dog. Find outlets, whether it's exercise, art, whether it's digesting art. You know, you don't have to create it. You could easily just go for a walk and consume it. You could easily just go outside and enjoy nature. Breathe, ground yourself. When was the last time you touched the ground and soil with your feet? Like,
go to the beach. We out here.
For real, bro. We've taken...
So many people say, I never go to the beach and I live here.
I'm one of them. And it's like, I take the beach for granted so much, dog.
Facts,
and
bro.
it's like, it's so
the
many...
way to recharge your
You gotta
energy.
make the time. You gotta make the time.
You gotta make the time for you, right?
Facts.
And for God.
Facts. And Dosia, you got so much going on. Any future plans for the rest of the next 3 quarters of the year? Or till 2, no? I think, yeah.
Just live in the moment, continue to prepare for what's to come, and let God take the wheel, brother, because I can't tell you right now what's to come, bro. Right, I swear to God, bro, I'm living day by day on a prayer and a blessing, and I'm just doing my best to be a better version every single day and contribute to the community. So if there's an opportunity that arises and I could be of service, I'm here for that.
Any plans for like doing a project with like a solo artist or like a collaborate, like a compilation of stuff?
Absolutely.
put
So
together?
yes, thank you for asking. So the first thing that I want to do, that I need to do, that I'm going to do, is I'm going to be releasing the beats for the beat battle on
Dope.
all platforms, right?
That's great.
Everywhere. And,
That's incredible.
Absolutely. And they're pretty short. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds. You know, a beat. I think it's like 15 beats total since I went, you know, every single round, which is really crazy and intense. And again, you mentioned Silencio earlier. I have to bring that shit up, bro, because during that battle, I was even talking to DJ 6 Mills. I was like, yo, this guy's frying me right now. Like, killing me. Like, I was nervous, bro. I was nervous every round, bro. Shout out to all the producers, bro. I just want you to know that shit. Like, you guys are dope. But I was just like, damn, this is crazy. Like, but then, you know what I'm saying? I just played some joints that were, like, really dope. So thank God for that. I'm happy for my preparation. Bro, that shit was crazy. It was really it. It was to the last song, bro. It was a fight, bro. He's raw as fuck, bro. Like, I'm telling you, my boy, you gangster, bro. And that's another guy that I'm going to be collaborating with. Okay, so the beat tape, I'm dropping that. Now, also very soon, I work with these a couple artists. I'm just going to name drop them really quick. So My Life's Inc., super dope artist on some Trippie Redd, Juice WRLD type vibes. But his voice is incredible. It's incredible. He engineers himself. He's a monster, bro. So I got some shit coming out with him. I got some shit coming out with Matic, obviously. Hopefully I got some new shit dropping with H very soon, with Luke very soon, God willing, with you very soon, and your pops, you know what I'm saying? He's on the phone right now because he's a businessman, always working. Bro, like, damn, there's too many names to drop. There's too many. Rico Ace, nasty, he's a dog. Chakra Danks, doing some dope shit to my beats. So there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. I just can't give out too much because I really don't have a date. And then a Dragon Ball Z mixtape. I'm doing that too. So it's a Dragon Ball Z theme.
What does that mean? Dragon Ball Z theme? So like songs about Dragon Ball Z?
So like, I'm like a super Dragon Ball nerd, right?
Who's
like,
your favorite character? Trunks?
Nah, it's not Trunks. Trunks is, I'm not gonna lie, no homo, is Maddox's favorite character, but I fuck with Trunks. But
my favorite friend, the fact that you know your friend's
that's my dog. And that's why I'm super excited to do these tape with these individuals because they love it as much as me. Just shout out to Renee too.
I think I had the conversation with Maddox about Dragon Ball Z, and I think I've realized that Trunks might be my favorite character too.
He's raw as fuck. He comes from the future.
Yeah.
He's fresh.
I mean, and I also established that everybody's favorite character is naturally Goku, but I tried to say who's our favorite character besides Goku, and like.
And Piccolo. I fuck with Piccolo.
Damn,
man.
Piccolo.
Piccolo came through and was like, yo, I'll train your son, my dog.
He's like the only person of color, right? In Dragon Ball Z.
Type shit, bro. Piccolo's gangster, bro. Piccolo's a G. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out Deathlock Piccolo.
Yo,
as well.
and
That's
also
crazy.
I've actually had a session with Deathlock Piccolo at his crib, bro.
Wow.
That was so legendary. I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? He gave me a signed cassette, a signed record. He was like, just keep it, dog. It's on me. I was like, yo, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, bro, legend.
D, before you go, I gotta ask: is J.R. Ewing related to Patrick Ewing?
Bro, that is a great question. I would like to believe so.
Okay. We're gonna say yes.
We're gonna say yeah for the sake of
for the
podcast.
lore.
Definitely not
For the lore.
for the lore. Now, but yo,
That
J.R.
record
Ewing,
streaming now. The record out, right? You got
the
a
record is
with
out right now. It's called You and I. J.R. Ewing, the legend. We have a ton of records out, bro. What I could really use, if you're listening and you can help me out, I could really use some like help promoting and content creating. I need that for my artists. You know what I'm saying? That will be a blessing. And however I can help with my services, shit, I'm your producer. Just holler at me. You feel me?
Drop his tag right here. And D, any message for the people before you get up out of here?
Yo, God bless you guys. You know what I'm saying? Another day above ground is a W. That's how you got to take it every day, one step at a time. That's all I got. And again, thank you. Thank you so much, bro.
Be back, my G.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. And then
Yes,
now we got Mr. Luke Taleno.
Make
Taleno,
some
right?
noise.
In the building. I'm so... look at the way. Now I'm confused. It's a psychological thing, yeah. That's how fake news works. You spread out enough fake news, everybody starts believing it. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. But what isn't fake is my dog here in the building today.
We rolling?
Highly representative, checking in.
What it do? What it do?
Checking in by For Sure Streaming, produced by
Boom,
Dosia.
aquí estamos, okay.
But yeah. Yeah, you could rock the headphones if you want, dog, just to hear ourselves.
Energy just went past 7,000.
Vamos.
Hi, Elia level.
¡Hi, Elías! Ese nombre se respeta.
No, that shit smells like roquetas and fucking...
Oye, deja el cafecito solo.
Y que hola, Luke, how are you, bro?
Good, bro. Talk to me. We here. Long
Let's
overdue.
Let's get it. I do want to ask you, did you know that do you know what a Mandela effect is? How everybody thinks something wrongly? Kinda
Yeah, like, it's
how we all
like-
just
it's-
believe your name is wrong.
Yeah, the Mandela. So what are you saying?
There's a lot of different Mandela effects. There's
Yeah.
a lot of different ones. I just recently learned about the Luke. You know, everybody thinks Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father."
Uh-huh.
You know, he doesn't really say that. Did you ever see Star Wars?
Nah, I'm not really a Star Wars fan.
That's good.
Yeah.
Star Wars is almost like a drug. You don't want to recommend it to
Yeah,
somebody.
and with everybody using that against me, Luke, I'm your father. Like, it makes me want to watch it less.
Well, guess what? Now I'm gonna give you ammo. You could tell people that he doesn't even never say that in the movie. He actually says,
No, I am your father.
Oh wow.
everybody thinks and
It's
remembers
it's
it's Luke because he's saying it to Luke.
Yeah.
But he doesn't ever say Luke.
So none of
I'm
y'all
your
ever
father.
watched Star Wars, you bunch of liars.
Lie. Or we're just programmed by the Illuminati. It's one or the other. But yeah. So
Talk to me.
speaking of Hialeah, Flamingo City. What's Flamingo City?
Flamingo City, dude. That's a representation of my that's what I call my community. Just because I represent
On TikTok?
on TikTok. Yeah. So-
Fire.
yeah, that's what I call my community. That's my Discord. Like I'm trying to. I'm pushing it beyond TikTok. Like it started there, but it's what I call my community. Like my name is Luke Taleno, but I got a bunch of flamingos, and it really roots from Hialeah.
It's your Air Force, fool. You gotta
Yeah.
have your supporters. You gotta have, the barbs. Barbie, Nicki Minaj has
yeah,
the barbs.
I got my
He also
mingos.
has the mangoes. The mangoes?
No, mingos.
Mingos. Oh.
Mangos make sense in Hialeah.
What's mingos? Like my mingos?
Mingos, flamingo.
Oh.
But it's also like
my
mingo,
mingos.
you know?
That's crazy.
my mingo.
My mingos are crazy. My mingos are kind of crazy. Did you know flamingos are pink because of the amount of shrimp they eat? They're
No, I
actually
didn't.
gray.
No, I didn't know that, bro. But the reason flamingos also mean a lot to me is because like the symbolization of it is balance, unity, grace.
Really?
Yeah. So it aligns with everything that I stand for, which is, to get like a flock of flamingos, like unity, bro. There's no community without unity. Grace, like having grace, like God tells us to have grace, and just balance, bro. Like the balance, like that's what we all need in life is balance.
Facts. And you ride bike all the time, so you know a lot about balance.
Nah, not that much.
How early did you learn how to ride a bike?
Nah, when did I ride a bike? When I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I was a kid, down Flagler Street, I just hopped on it and went down a hill and then tried to get uphill and boom.
Flagler Street, there's a Flagler Street in Kendall? Or is
Yeah, no, it's like Flagler, like in the area of Flagler, because that's where I was at when I learned it.
Fire. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the longest you've ever ridden a bike for?
What bike questions, bro? I don't know.
I don't know,
30
it's
miles. 30 miles.
I have
Literally
other
recently.
questions too, I'm just-
Recently, no. Recently, no.
Said bike questions?
30 miles. 30 miles. I did 30 miles. Like
30 miles?
Yeah. Shout out to Young Wild Panda.
Okay, why did you and your one plan to do a bike ride for 30
because
miles?
he's a cycler and I wanted to work out. And
this is a workout. This is a fitness type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He cycles and I was like, yo, I wanna work out. He's like, all right, and gave me his bike and we rode bike.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I think the longest I ever rode a bike was from Miami Lakes one time to like that Miami area, like by 95, by like where the Finger Lickings at. I'll drop it here. And it was all for bro, it was at late night, no phone for some vagina. Terrible.
Oh man, the things you do for
right, crazy. And what's so talk to me about building the community on TikTok. What's been the biggest stream you've had so far?
Man, to be honest, this whole journey has been crazy. It's just started. I made a remix to the Dochi, to the Denial's a River, and I kind of explained it there.
Is that the anxiety song?
No, the one right before that. Cool. She's like trucks, like.
Yeah.
The one that does that breathing. That went viral on TikTok. But I talk about it basically, bro. I used to, before TikTok, like I was just a consumer of it. And I would just go, every now on my balcony, like I smoke and I'm just there, scrolling through the rabbit hole. And one day I run into this live that's doing like rap battles. And I was like, what's this? This looks, and I'm hearing the quality of the raps. And I'm like, oh, let me try this out. So I go up and I rap battle. I think I was rap battling like some white lady and like the chat trolled me and voted against me. But I saw enough support in there to be like, wait a second, there's something in there. Like I just gained like 15 followers off of one little round.
Not even
like,
about the winning or losing. It's about the engagement. It's about the attraction.
Man,
cool.
This journey has opened my eyes to the potential of what it is. That is like, bro, fuck the winning. Show your work.
You are winning.
Put yourself out there. Yeah, like, bro, because so I would take L's, bro. Like, so it started with that, and then I saw the potential of it, and I started going every day and going back up. And every day, like the show was on, I was there. I was the first person, boom, request, and I would rap battle, and I would beat people, and I would lose, and I would beat people, and I would lose. But when I would lose, I would never blame the beat. I would never blame no lag. I'd be like, yo, great job. Hey, I'll be back.
Defeat, yeah.
Bro, always. Never made no excuses.
You gotta be, yeah.
It just doesn't sound, bro. I saw other people did that. Other people would lose and like, blame on that beat, bro. And this is like, bro, that looks so bad, bro. It started with that, and then I started seeing like the host. I stopped paying attention to the rap battles and I started paying attention to the host. And I was like, wait a second, this guy's making a living off of streams. And he's providing a platform for people to like showcase it. But what's he doing? I'm trying to like, because there's clearly, he says he's making like a living from this. So I started paying attention more into what it was TikTok live. And I started like scrolling and seeing other creators, but I would pay attention to the one that gave me the platform. And started noticing what it was to tap the screen, share the live, like the algorithm. So I started going live myself while I'm still participating in his show.
Oh, that's great. Double dipping. That's awesome. That's genius.
So
smart.
So I would go to his show, get my buzz, boom, 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 and then I'll start going live. Like I'll start doing my own thing on live.
100%.
And I started freestyling on live. And bro, it started with 1 viewer, 2 viewers, 3 viewers. But every day I told myself minimum an hour, bro. Just show up, minimum an hour every day. Those hours turned into 4, 5, 6. I was up to 2, 3 in the morning.
You've done a 24-hour stream, right?
Yeah, I did that for my birthday.
Crazy.
Yeah. So freestyle, like I started freestyle rapping every day on live, and I didn't stop, bro. I would literally wake up at 5 in the morning, get dressed, go to work, do my 9 to 5. During lunch, do the rap battles. Leave my house, my job, go home, go live like until the rap battle started again. Get off live, go to the rap battles, rap battle until the show was over. Then get back on live till 2, 3 in the morning. Then repeat every day. I didn't stop, bro. Saturdays I wouldn't get off live, and it started with like 5 people, 10 people. But bro, there was certain people, like these people kept showing up, bro. I started, my whole life in social media has been numbers, likes, views, but never people. I didn't get that. Like a lot of people, we're so infatuated with
It's a relationship, bro. That's what it is. The number, millions of people could click and you could have 1 million likes in a day.
And that's fabricated nowadays, bro.
Right. It could be fabricated, but even if they're all 1 million real likes,
right,
it comes and goes. How many things you just fucking, that's cool.
Yeah.
It takes a lot much more work to build that relationship with the consumer. To weeks on weeks, that person opens TikTok. I was like, damn, this nigga's freestyling every day. This Chico's on
right.
every week, every day. This Chico's doing the same thing. That builds rapport, and you build. It's reputation, like they say, but it builds that consistency. That's anybody could just like something and whatever. It's just a like.
Facts.
once you get people buying into you every day on your lives, you could get them to buy the merch. You could get them to tune into the music. You could get them.
And the thing is about live streaming is that they're not just like, okay, like, because on TikTok it's like gifts, or they're sending you subs, or they subscribe, this and that.
Gifts are payments, like straight up payments, right?
Yeah,
it's like a tip.
Yeah, it's like donation, like they're paying you for just, they're supporting you just.
But
for
there's
alive.
a subscription model on TikTok too, so like people could also subscribe.
Yeah, I have subscribers, and then I have people that donate every day.
That's dope.
And it's bro, and every day is different. Like one day I could be on for 4 or 5 hours and make $1. And I could be on for 2 hours and make 1,000. Like it just depends on the day, but the consistency of showing up is what makes it worth it. The quality of the live, and the thing about these people, like the community, is that they're not just, forget about the money, bro. Like they're investing their time, bro. Like just think about us when we're on the phone and we're scrolling. Like, bro, you're spending time here, and there's people I'm looking at. It started with 5, 10 to 30, 50, 100 people just taking their time of day, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, just watching you be you, rapping. Bro, I stopped rapping midway through my journey because I was like, bro, I don't want to. I'm tired of rapping. Like I'm more than just a rapper, bro. Sometimes I just want to dance and goof around and like make you smile and be stupid and be awkward. And sometimes I just want to dance with my wife on camera. And sometimes I just want to praise God. Nah, I don't know. They don't know about my dancing. They don't know. That's how I started.
Put a clip of Luke dancing, man.
But yeah, dude, that this journey, like this community, it went from me looking at like numbers to now I'm looking at people, like people that not only look at me as like not just a rapper, but they look at me as like a great example.
A brand.
A brand.
They buy into the Luke brand. They buy into everything you do. You could go out and say, yo, I got the Luke party.
Yeah, and I'm helping, bro. Like I'm giving a positive impact, bro. Like
that's cool. That's another thing that people don't talk about enough. You morally feel good about it. It's because anybody, bro, there's so many, podcasts and shows I see and artists that just feed into bad shit, that's evil shit, that it's just there's echo chambers nowadays because there's so many people that like this fucked up way of thinking, and they're like, fuck it, let me feed into that and get these numbers up.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's easy.
It's easy.
It's low hanging fruit. But dog, some of those people gotta have trouble sleeping, and I'm sure some of them don't care, don't even look twice. Some of them might be thinking they're doing right, but when you know better, dog, you gotta do better, dog. And it's hard to know better and still do wrong and then live without looking back like, damn, it's all good. Like eventually you realize this, it eats you up inside.
It does, bro. I mean, it just, the way I was brought up and why I'm still here. The way I was brought up and why I'm still here. God has called me for a bigger purpose, bro, and it's not to fall into the tricks, because I already did, and I already had many chances to continue that path. Like I was around it all. And the time that I met your dad, I was around it, bro. I was around the bad people. I was around the wrong influences. I was around like that. I never fit in, and I was always questioning why I never fit in.
We're not supposed to fit in. We're made to stand out, brother, and that's the beauty of life, man.
but in the era we live in, bro, like I'm corny, bro. Like I'm corny as fuck, dude, because it's like, dude, I'm just a little like dork dancing dude that just likes to rap and freestyle and speak truth and talk about God, and I don't like to bring people down, but if we rap battle, I will defend myself.
Don't let the cool crowd tell you that corny's whack, because then corny's what sells. Corny is Disney. Corny is Drake. Corny is the top of the top, and like at the my goat Drake. That's my dad evilly laughing there.
Corny's real, bro.
But listen, at the end of the day, corny is positivity, and that's just branding and that's just marketing. But whatever, let people call it what it is. At the end of the day, it's you, and it's positive energy, and you get what you put in this world. You want to be the change you want to see in the world, bro. And
exactly.
I see you doing that a lot. And I got to shout you out there. Not just for putting on Hialeah, but putting on Hialeah in a good way.
Yeah,
anybody could shout out my city, but to do it the way you're doing it, it's
yeah, man. I'm going to represent Hialeah my whole life, bro.
And you got any plans for like a solo project with, because you have all this motion right now and this cloud and this momentum with the TikTok, with everything you're doing in real life, with, constantly building this rapport with the Mingos. Do you see yourself dropping a project, or is it just like singles for now?
I like what Dosia said, bro. I'm just gonna show up and let God do His thing, man. Because I can plan, and I can I'm always preparing, like staying prepared and working on my craft. But as far as like projects, songs, I don't know, dude. I want to start street performing. I want to freestyle more.
Street performing.
Yeah. I wanna.
And streaming while you street perform.
Yeah, streaming while I street perform.
That'd be cool.
Like doing that. Of course I'm gonna make more music, but right now, like I'm focusing on this Hialeah joint. I'm focusing on making more Hialeah content and let Hialeah know like who they have in their city, because they're so easy. Like the content of Hialeah is so easy to like, oh, Hialeah, chumeria, no, que la bulla, eso. It's like, yes, bro, we have a lot of idiots, but so does every city in this freaking country,
Marketing,
bro.
yeah. It's
Like it's like yeah, dude. But what I represent is the hardworking class of Hialeah. What I represent is the families que no hablan mucho, que están calladitos, tratando to make el fucking peso, to take their kid to school, to then repeat and do it again, because that's what they came to this country for. And y echar pa'lante y progresar. Like I represent that. Like they talk about city of progress. Like let's talk about the progress. Let's talk about the people that are busting their ass con enfermedades, single moms, single dads, gente que están, bro, like just giving their life just to improve the future of their kids. And that's like all I've seen in Hialeah with my mom, with my dad, with people around me. And it's like, yeah, we got a lot of dumbasses. Una partida de come mierda que no, que el lujo, que no, que si yo tengo la mano. Bro, that's just mierda, bro. Like at the end of the day, all we want to do, the commonality between all of us is, bro, we want a better future for our kids.
Facts.
That's how I see it, and that's what God is like helping me, bro. I was enjoying H's like segment in this because like Diosito is the one that put me on TikTok, bro. Like Diosito, bro. TikTok brought me closer to God because I met somebody by the name of Jay Roman, and he's a Christian rapper. And H, like I recommend you listen to him, bro. This guy connected a bridge between me and Jesus that I'd never seen before. That I'm like, I never understood it because I always believed in God because of what I survived and what I've been through and all my issues. Pero it was after like I had a kid that everything just started lining up, bro. Like I thought like rapping was it for me because I was already doing great in a 9 to 5. I was already growing at a company. Like I was already kind of like, I don't need to rap. And God was like, nah, bro, you got a bigger purpose here, bro. Here's your kid. Here's your message. Here's your purpose. And before you knew it, bro, like me freaking smoking, like kids don't do drugs. Me in the balcony, like I in the rabbit hole, and then suddenly from rap battling, which is such a negative, like I love the culture of hip hop, bro, but rap battles, man, like it's meant to tear each other down, you know? It's like there's an art in it, there's a sport in it of like how lyrically inclined are you to like tear your opponent down.
It has a negative energy.
It has a negative.
About it before we started rolling. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so I don't like that. I don't like being negative. But bro, unfortunately, this is the world we live in, and y'all love this shit. So the only way that I could spread my positivity is having a little foot in on that other side to connect y'all to realize like, nah, bro, it's not even about that. It's about love, baby. Like, yo, whoever I just rapped against, bro, God bless you, dog. I hope you still provide. I hope you still like kill it, bro.
That's how you do it. Being humble in defeat, being humble in victory. Yeah, but that's the way you do it, because at the end of the day, you're using rap battling as a tool to get people to see your talent, to get people to know you exist. And yeah, we were talking about it earlier. We're more attracted to watching the video of the fight. Of if you hear somebody, yo, hey, it's a fight, we're gonna look. But if you hear somebody having a conversation and saying, yo, I'm so proud of what you did. You did such a great job. So proud of you. We don't even look. But we hear it's a fight, we're going to turn around.
Right.
Psychologically, we're more inclined to just like the negative shit, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But you're doing a great job of escaping, the rap battle branding or, stick or
Am I, dog? Like, I get invited by H to go. Like, bro, I'd never done a rap battle like that ever. Well, I remember one time at the church here in Miami Springs, you invited me, and I did rap battle, and I remember I had lost, bro. It was like against Sham, Ricky Rivers was there, and I remember I did that rap battle. Like, that was like the closest to it. But then this rap battle, like, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought like, okay, like I'm just go in and rap. And man, H believes in me, bro. Like H was like, nah, bro, you gotta come, you gotta do it. He was hitting me up, and I just like, nah, I don't want to do it. He was like, bro, you gotta do it. And I'm like, all right, bet. Showed up, and we did our thing, bro.
And that's the cool thing about it. Like, I could see where people might be going into rap battling not for the art, not for the actual craft. They're going into just, because I'm gonna show people this guy can't rap. I'm gonna show people I'm the better rapper. No, it's not about that. It's about showing your talent, going off. And guess what? The guy might go off more than you. Like, dog, like that's,
yeah.
Man, there's such. I feel like perspective is messed up with hip hop, not just from the people that make it, but the people that digest it. And a big part of that is because the people that make it, bro, nobody performs no more, bro. You see people perform, even people that perform it, like it's
bro, I was just at a show, man, and bro, if you hear this, bro. But I was just at a show. It was like a block party, and bro, I had to, like, I could have performed. I was cool with the DJ, and I could have performed whenever I wanted. But I saw the first person go up, bro, and I was like, this is embarrassing, bro. Like, this is, people think like,
well, it's people don't care. It's just they don't care. That's the thing. And if you went to the last show, nobody cared. The headliner.
But if you don't care, who the fuck is gonna care?
Exactly.
Like, if you don't care, bro. So I saw that, bro, and I was like, immediately I was like, nah, bro. He's like, are you sure? I was like, I'm gonna perform now. Like, let me perform now. Grabbed the microphone, acknowledged everybody, like, yo, what's up, everybody, like, crowd control, energy, believe in yourself, like, confidence, and dude, yeah, it feels like a lot of that is gone to shit nowadays. You know, it's not appreciated as much. Yeah,
man, but that's why I just want to touch on it, because you're somebody who's finding success, and a lot of people might see your stuff and be like, oh, but he's a rap battler, he's on that negativity, on the opposite. You're actually putting out positive energy, and I don't see yourself as that. I see like you more as anything. The rap battling is more like a group thing. Like one of my favorite videos on your page is the one where you guys did a song live, that whole the band, that like, that's dope. Like, I think right now we're in an age where all this live streaming and stuff, people are more and more interested in like how the sausage is made, like how the stuff goes into.
Well,
like,
bro, the most support I've gotten has been when I stopped rapping. Like, the support came from when I stopped rapping and I started being myself. Like, people get tired of the gimmick, bro. Like, they get tired. I see right through that shit. We live in a time where we're so connected. Like, everything is exposed, bro. Like, you can't hide, bro. You cannot hide. So the true character is gonna show no matter what, no matter how. Just look at everybody. Just look at the history of hip-hop. Unless you freaking died, you're exposed, bro.
The truth always comes to light. Facts.
You're exposed. Like, and even after you pass, the truth, like, it's going to come to light, bro. So I realized, like, man, if I just continue to be myself and hold myself accountable, that's number one, bro. Like, H freaking corrected me, and I'm going to talk about it, H. Like, the way people could use this example. The KRS winning the rap battle, I won, and I got the opportunity to open up for KRS. Mind you, I'm not a New York hip hop, like, I'm not that, so I didn't even know who KRS like really was.
You didn't understand the magnitude.
I didn't understand the magnitude of it. All I know is, like, this is a huge ass crowd. This is a great opportunity. I'm gonna try to take advantage. And they told me one song, and I'm like, yo, can I try to squeeze in two? H is like, hey, no. And I was like, I'm gonna try to squeeze in two. And I tried to squeeze in two, and then Heron was like, yo, dude, like, nah, I told you one song, and I only got to do Hialeah. I was trying to do Who's Luke. But then immediately I was like, bro, the pride in me was like, man, like, I was just trying to, like, take advantage of the moment. But me, like, just, bro, this is me holding myself accountable. As soon as I got off stage and boom, 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 like, before you even send me a message, H, I was already thinking, I was like, dang it, I fucked up. Like, that was on me. Hey, like, I literally told myself, and I even told my people because I was on live, and I was like, that fucked up. That's on me. He warned me. He told me. I hold myself accountable. What do? Hold myself accountable. Own it. Like, man, yeah, I fucked up. Why? Because of this and that. Learn from it. Move on. And now, like, that's not gonna happen again.
But you acknowledge the L, and I feel like that is something that tells more about your character than
because people nowadays got to learn how to take L's, bro.
Facts.
Like, we think, well, we just gonna win all the time. Like, no, man, learn how to take an L, because most of my dubs, the people that I've gained, the people that support me and are invested in me, didn't come to me because I won. They came to me because of how I took that loss.
Exactly. That's crazy, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
so who really won?
I preach there's no L. So, like, the truth is there is no L, because it's a learning lesson, and you immediately capitalized on and realized, let me not let this be the lasting taste that everybody has of me, because that's not how you wanted it to go about.
100%, and it's okay to fuck up, dude. Like, it's okay. I guess just nobody's perfect.
And do you have any, like, dream ideas for something you'd like to do live on stream? Like, is there, how does that work?
To be honest, and I'm a manifested, bro. The only dream I have right now, bro, is performing on 4th of July in Mylander Park for Hialeah, Florida, bro.
Dope.
Like, that's all. Like, the city of Hialeah, like,
it'll happen, for
bro.
Sure.
That's all I'm locked in on, bro. Like, whether it's this year, next year, like, the city doesn't know how much, like, that would mean to me, because it's like, dude, I grew up here. I've seen it all. I've been around it, bro. And I want to represent, bro. Like, I want to represent Hialeah. Like, esta es mi cultura, de donde yo crecí, and I quiero representar for my mom, my dad. And it's like, people call me like, oh, Pitbull. It's like, all right, bro, Pitbull did his thing. Now it's my turn to like to share my message,
Shout
to
out
share
to
my
Pit,
story.
but he barely lived in Mango Hill for a few years.
But bro, shout out Pitbull. Like, people don't know like the impact Pitbull had on me in the hospital, bro. Like, I have a picture that I'm waiting to make full circle, and it's gonna happen. But I gotta put in the work, head down, y pa'lante.
You're working, man. You're working, and honestly, you're already representing Hialeah. The Mylander stuff's gonna come to fruition, but you're already doing it, you know, with the records, with the way the energy you bring, and
Yeah, and
I'm proud to say that. So.
yeah, bro. Thank you, bro. I like, that means a lot, dude. And especially even being here on this podcast, like, it's long overdue. Like, it's just it's cool. It's to be connecting, like, working with y'all more. It's what it's all about, bro. And Miami, now I'm starting to see it as like, dang, Miami's finally having that collaboration, that momentum of like helping each other grow.
We're building it.
Yeah, like,
We're
so now I'm like, oh,
building.
now I'm even more excited where I'm like telling my people on my live. My people on my live are not from Hialeah, bro. They're not from Miami. They're from North
All
Dakota,
over.
Wisconsin, United States. They've never heard of Hialeah, but they're like,
Magical land called Hialeah.
I've said that since I was a kid. I want Hialeah to be as big as Compton, Brooklyn, all these crazy cities that are like imagining, still in my mind. I've never been in New York. I just went to LA for the first time ever. Like, these are places I've heard through art, through music my whole life, and like, they're legendary places. Like, I've always felt like Hialeah is in this conversation. Like, it is. Like,
and the place doesn't, bro. The place doesn't make the people make the place, bro.
Facts.
The
That's
people
why.
make
That's
the
why.
place.
Exactly. 100%, Luke. And shoot your shot segment. Anybody you're down to get on a live, to do a live stream with? Anybody you want to make music with? Anything like that?
Nah, man. Anybody that's good vibes and you know, down for positive messages, bro. I'm down. I'm just not. I'm so, my guard is so up with collaborating with too like many people and like dreaming, like, because I'm just, sometimes it's you don't want to meet these people. Sometimes you just kind of want to keep it where whoever God wants you to like work with, you know. That's donde Diosito me pone is where I'm meant to be, you know. Organic, bro. Like, I'm the only person that I want to like meet is Pitbull, just for my inner child, bro.
Well, Chico Pitbull, if you're listening, we know you are.
Tira,
my dog, come
Tito,
through.
I got just from my inner child, bro. People don't know how much that meant to me, man. Growing up, like, in the hospital, like, and like surviving all the stuff that I survived through, my mom surviving all the stuff and still going through it, like. And let me tell you something, bro. Streaming, it's just a tool. Like, this is just my blessing now that God has helped me with now. TikTok can go tomorrow, Instagram can go tomorrow, but what TikTok and live streaming did for me is not only did it expose me to a community that like is invested in me, and it also like, but it woke me up to realize like my potential. I didn't realize it till people told me, till people showed me, till people were like, you're worth this. Like, I got to quit 9 to 5 to go live, bro. Like, I didn't even quit. My job fired me, bro. Like, and I was like an employee, bro. Like, I was growing in that company, and it got to a point where it was so successful that, like humbly speaking, bro, it was like, it got to a point that I was just locked in on live so much that they told me, they were like, yo, we gotta let you go because you need to do this now. Like, she told me, she was like, you need to make the jump now because there's always gonna be a job somewhere, but God is calling for you to do this now. And
you're not what you do, brother. You're more than what you do. You feel me? You're everything. You know. The rapping is just part of it. Streaming is just part of it. You're Luke, and you got way more to do and way more to show the world, man. And I'm glad we got to show the world some of you today, dog.
I apprite you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Did Mark Anthony write his verse on that? Or did you write it?
Nah. I don't even talk about that dude, bro. To be honest, man. Yeah. That, I mean.
Well, we're gonna have to check into the Patreon for that.
Yeah, check in the Patreon. Nah, man. I mean, dog. Like,
unless you want to say it, it'll go viral.
Nah, bro. It's
Ryan already tried him.
Nah, it's all love, bro. Nah, if you wanna, we could do it. You guys could clip it too. And this would be like. No, you guys could clip it. You guys could clip it. Look.
That's all you, Luke. Whatever you want.
Nah, it's not that, bro. It's all love. It's all love and respect, bro. And you know, I'm never gonna tear down on somebody else, bro. Especially if like you're a believer in God and you know you say, pero I don't fake none of my stuff, bro. Like I don't buy viewers. I don't buy comments. I don't buy nothing. Everything that I did was out of love for the city, not to try to like benefit from it. If I'm an artist and I get booked to perform, why do you feel entitled to come perform with me? If I got booked, if I got the opportunity, why do you feel like you need to come and approach me like, oh, like if I'm fake, like if I'm not a man of my word, when you literally gave me the idea, we made it together, and I'm the one that kept pushing it out there, kept making a video, kept doing that, but you were more focused on something else. I got the opportunity to perform, and now you're mad at me because I'm doing my job, but you're not even a rapper, bro. Like, why couldn't you just be proud of me?
I'm confused, but he didn't want you to perform without him?
Yeah, pretty much. Dog, I used to, like, story without the story with details, I worked for the Heat. The Heat knew already about me. It was Hispanic Heritage Month, and I asked him, hey, can I perform for Hispanic Heritage Month? Yeah, Luke, you can. Went into work, clocked in, fourth quarter started, I clocked out, went to Plaza, performed Hialeah, performed other songs that had to do with me, and he found out, and instead of being proud of me, he's like, bro, why didn't you hit me up? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And it's like, bro, it's my job. You know, that, like, as simple as that.
I'm confused. He hit you up? What's, like, you needed permission? Was he managing you? Like, I'm confused. Why did you have to?
You wanted to put the pressure on him because they got a song together.
Yeah, he wanted to put it because he got a song. Like, he wanted to be a part of it, but it was like, dude, why? If you wanted to be a part of it, why weren't you putting? Why haven't you promoted the song, bro?
But you could still be a part of it, yeah. Just because you missed one performance.
But go to his content. Where's the song being promoted, bro?
Right.
Go to my page. What's the highest views video?
You're pushing it, yeah.
Bro, when people play the song, the connections that I make are because of Hialeah. So I won't take credit away from him for like doing, like, do you, bro? But like, don't paint me to be out a villain because I'm trying to just put on for my city, bro. Like, and I'm doing my job. Your job is to be a real estate guy. My job is to be a rapper. You know, that's as simple as that. Pero God bless, bro. It's no hate, bro. But it's just like, it sucks to have such a powerful song be connected to like a relationship that isn't even like, dude, I reached out, I texted, I called. Oh no, because I decided to. So God bless you, bro. We're still here. If you still want to chop it up, hit me up, man. Yeah, it's all love.
Bro, what's crazy, Luke, is this world's so vast, complex. People never know what people are going through, dog. For all you know, maybe this clip, maybe buddy, you know, maybe he's thinking in a different place. Who knows what people are going through, dog? Maybe this might mend the bridge if you even go that route. If not, you know what time it is. That's
dog. Yes.
My dad with the evil laughter in the background.
Nah, dog. Because honestly, like, you could paint this out to be like you. Yeah. Nah, that whole. I mean, like I said, bro, hay un come mierda en cada lugar, bro. Like the social media is social media, pero
there's literally been a village idiot to like Jesus time, so like that's literally, you know, always been a thing. So last message for the people, bro.
Last message for the people, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Luke Taleno from Hialeah, Florida. I got music out on all platforms. Check me out every day live streaming on TikTok. If you're not into TikTok, well, then join my Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, hit the link tree. Merch coming soon. Performances all over Miami and possibly all over the country too. God is good all the time. God is good. Jesus is king. You know what it is. Ain't nothing but good vibes. Hialeah, Flamingo City. Hasta la muerte. Bye.
That was perfect. I don't think we can end the episode any other way. Peace, y'all. See you next week.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do. If you need some fire, I can see you off the Jones.